Hello everybody, welcome back to Conan Exiles. I'm Rotten John, and today we're going to go get a named archer called Freya, and we're going to try to use her as a fighter and see if she's any good. So we're going to travel up to G9 on the map. This is Freya's hovel. Once you get here, you're going to have to fight some type of blacksmith. It'll either be a level 1, 2, or 3. Then you're going to have to fight off a Nordheim fighter, which will be a level 1, 2, or 3, but not a big deal. Now we find our friend and buddy here that we want. This is Freya, the named archer, and like I said, we're going to try to use her as a fighter and see how good she does today. Freya has been one of my longtime favorites, as she's a good all-around thrall to have with you. But anyways, we're going to keep clunking her on the head. We're eventually going to knock her out here. One thing to be careful about here is up on the peak of this ridge, there is a white dire wolf up there, so you don't want to get the aggro of that. And Freya does like to jump over the side of the cliff. And yes, sometimes you'll chase her down here, and then she'll just respawn back at her starting point. Then you've got to run all the way around this mountain and climb back up to where she is. So yeah, depending on your luck, she could be a pain in the ass to knock out. And another point here, it's not too bad to get up here to Freya. I mean, at most cases, you're just going to have to worry about a few wolves to fight off, depending on which way you come from. But it's relatively easy to get to Freya's hovel. However, once I start showing you her stats and attributes, you'll see that she is worth coming up here to get. Alright, we finally got her knocked out. You know the drill from here. Let's hook her up to our bindings, drag her home, put her on the wheel. So what makes Freya stand out from all the other archers is once we take her off the wheel and we look at her stats, you'll see that she has 2,982 health points with the base armor of 45 points of armor with the rough wrap clothing on. And here's where Freya as an archer shines. If you look at her attributes, she comes right straight off the wheel with 30 points in strength, 5 in agility, 10 in vitality, which is pretty damn good for an archer compared to some of the other named fighters that you're going to find out there. And I do like to put the Guardian armor set on these archers because it does give them an additional +5 bonus points to their strength. And when you die it right, it doesn't look too half bad to begin with. So now we'll run out, we'll get her leveled up to about level 10. I do have a Teimos Beast Master that is level 10. We'll put him in the same armor, give him the same sword, and put him up against a boss to see how well she compares to Teimos when it comes to fighting. Alright, now we're going to time Freya against the werewolf boss from the den, and then we'll bring in Teimos and we'll time him against the werewolf boss from the den. Both thralls will have the same armor and the same weapons on them, and they're both level 10. Freya's time against the werewolf boss was 12 seconds flat. Now let's see what Teimos does. Alright, Teimos killed the boss in 10.6 seconds, which was about a second and a half quicker than what Freya did. But not too bad for being an archer and being pitted up against a really good named fighter. Then we'll take a real quick look at what Freya's attribute points are now since she's hit level 10. You can see her strength is 41 plus 5 bonus, agility is 15 plus 3 bonus points, vitality is 12 plus 3 bonus points, accuracy is 12, survival is 11. You can also see that her strength melee damage bonus is up 23%. Her vitality health bonus is 1,323, which adds to her overall health pool. And her agility armor bonus is 144, which adds to her overall armor value. So while taking her out in the open world to see how she acts and how she can fight and deal with things, we came up to New Azagarth, and as luck would have it, we found Azagarth, daughter of Ymir. So we're going to put an end to her, and that way we can pick up another frost giant bodyguard from Azagarth. And for those of you that don't know, this is where you come to get your frost giant bodyguards. You have to come up here to this Ymir altar in New Azagarth, and if you're lucky you'll find Azagarth, daughter of Ymir, here at the Ymir altar. Once you defeat her, she will drop the frost giant bodyguard horn looking symbol in her inventory that you can take back to your base or wherever, place it down, and have your frost giant bodyguard with you then. So yeah, all in all, Freya made an excellent fighter plus archer up here at New Azagarth. Azagarth. We got back to our base, and here's our new ugly-ass Frost Giant bodyguard that we placed down. So all in all, does Freya make a good fighter? Well, sure she does. Maybe not as good as some of the best, but she is better than some of the other named ones. She is a lot of fun to roam around with. She does make a good archer, and if you get some really bad RNG rolls on the attributes, you can always throw her on the wall somewhere and use her as base defense. I hope you guys found this somewhat useful, and if you did, leave a thumbs up, and like always, we'll see you next time.